as I said before, not in my wildest dreams did I think the fishing was going to be this good today. Incredible. Well, welcome back. Thanks for tuning in. It's November 3rd, and I thought carp fishing was done for the year. For the past 2 weeks, we've had winter-like weather, daytime highs in the 30s, evening lows in the teens. Water temps dropped down into the 30s. Kind of figured it was done, but all of a sudden we get this little burst of warm weather. It's about 73 right now. Still kind of chilly with the wind, but we've got about 3, 4, 5 days of low 70s weather. And the water temps are coming back up a little bit, so I thought I'd give it a try. Fishing with flavored corn today. This corn here is vanilla flavored. It's just boiled feed corn, and I filled vanilla extract probably about a quarter of the way, and then the rest with water. It's been soaking in there for probably about 3 weeks or so. It's got some real good scent. And then this one is almond. Same deal, just put about this much almond flavoring, the rest with water. And it's kind of cloudy from the corn there, but man, this one's my favorite. I mean, I wish you could smell it. Go ahead and get your face real close to the screen there. Maybe you can get a whiff, but I like that almond smell. But fishing with both of them, I got 3 rods, so I got 2 with the vanilla and 1 with the almond. Let's see if I can get a November carp to bite today. Thanks for watching. Well, I got skunked last night, not even so much as a nibble. I'm back again, day 2. I'm on the other side of the lake. I think it's a little bit shallower here, and I think the sun hits this part of the lake for a little bit longer during the day, so I'm thinking the water's a little bit warmer too. And there's actually a little bit of an algae bloom along the shoreline here, which is a good sign. Tells me that the water's a little warmer over here. So hopefully there's some fish hanging out over here using the same baits today, the flavored corn and the oats and corn pack bait. Just realized as soon as I got out of the truck that I still have my good clean shoes on. Well, they're not clean anymore. Fish on. I bet it's a catfish. Been here about 3 hours. Channel cat. Not the target species, but it's nice to at least get a bite. He's going to go back, and I'm going to fish for a little bit longer. It's getting cold real fast. The sun went below the horizon about 10 minutes ago. Temps dropping. I'm going to fish for a little bit longer. If you don't see any more, I'll see you tomorrow. Welcome to day 3 of the November Carp Challenge. I guess that's what I'm calling it now. I brought the big guns today. Brought some night crawlers. I'm going to go fishing with some live bait that's usually pretty effective in the fall for almost every kind of fish. So what I've got back here is 2 baits with the feed corn, one with the almond flavor and one with the vanilla flavor. I showed you those back on day 1. And then I also put a night crawl on a hair rig. It's windy, about 10 to 15 miles an hour, and it's blowing into this shoreline here where I'm camped out. So my intentions with this November carp fishing experiment is to just fish during the warmest parts of the day. Then when the water warms up a little bit during the day and the fish might become a little active and start feeding. And that's between like 1 o'clock and 4 o'clock in the afternoon. So it's 1 o'clock now, and I'm going to stay till probably 5 or so, till the sun goes down and the temps start falling. But that's what I've been trying to do these last few days, is just fish during the warmest parts of the day. Unfortunately, we've had bright, sunny, warm days. It would be ideal if we had a lot of sunshine in the morning and then maybe some clouds roll in and have some overcast in the afternoon. So anyway, that's my thinking behind it. We'll see if it pans out. I don't know, I'm kind of skeptical. Fish on, fish on. Oh, the November carp is on. I shouldn't speak too soon. It's been about 35-40 minutes since I put these baits out. Water's cold, so it's really hard to know how big a fish might be because they're cold, don't have a lot of energy to fight. It's definitely not a small fish, I can tell you that just by the weight. He is not pulling a ton of drag. There's a little bit of fight. Yeah, it's a big carp. It's a big carp. I saw the tail come up. This cold water is to my advantage here. Yeah, it's a nice fish. I actually did see a carp surface kind of out where this bait was. This might have been that fish. It didn't jump out of the water, but I just saw it kind of like a tail flap at the surface. Oh, there's a little bit. This water's a lot more clear than it has been all summer. I can't believe I'm about to net a carp in November. I figured I'd get skunked again. Get in there. Yeah. He's in the net. And that is a nice fish. I'm guessing 15 pounds, but let's find out. Hold still, buddy. Hold still. 17.7. Woo! There he is. Big, stocky, thick. 17-pound November Iowa carp. He bit on the feed corn. I believe it was the vanilla flavor feed corn. Nothing on the worm yet. Great fish, great fish. Not a lot of fight on these fish when they're so cold. I mean, yeah, I mean, just his body's so cold. Still a great fish though. Let's put him back in the water. Catch him another day. He's ready. Bye-bye. Man, that water's so clear right now. Time to check on these other baits now. I rarely fish with night crawlers when I'm targeting carp. Carp love night crawlers, but so does every other fish. Oh, I still got the night crawler. Nice. Okay. Here on the night crawler. This feels like a good old catfish. Definitely not a carp. Kind of figured that's what would happen with the night crawler. Pretty cool speckles on this channel cat. Cold water channel cat, little guy, ate my night crawler. Bye-bye. Oh yeah, it has been a while. I was kind of settling in for the long skunk. Kind of thought maybe that first fish was just a fluke. Oh, he just broke the surface out there. This fish has got a little more energy than that first one. Not going to make any predictions how big it is, but I can confirm right now that it is not a small fish, just by the weight. And he doesn't have much energy, as cold as this water is. Whoa, jumping. Now he's showing his stuff. He's in the net. Calm down, calm down. He's not gonna go 17. 12, right around 12. Oh, I got another fish. Yeah. Ooh, this one feels a little better. Are we swimming at me? Swimming at me. Decided to try some braided line for main line. That's this rod here. See how it goes. Try and braid on one for a while, see how I like it or not. Well, he got into my other line. He's really wanting to go under that tree, and I've lost a fish under there before. Tighten up the drag a little bit. I can't have him going under that tree. Alright. Got him out here. Come on in here. This is a bigger fish. Come on. Yes. Chaos. Chaos. Okay, so here's that first one, 12-pound fish. Nice fish. We're going to get him back. He's been laying here on the mat for a few minutes. There he goes. He's right around 17 also. Nice. Whew, I just got slammed with a double 12-pounder. Now this another 17. What a great day. I would not in my wildest dreams expected the fishing to be this good today in early November with cold water, but this warm up that we're having this week is really getting them active apparently. Look at that fish. That is a beauty. He fought good. He jumped in the air when he was way out there. A lot of fighting this fish for how cold the water is. All right, let's put him back in the water. Get your nose out of the net there, buddy. There you go. See ya. Fish on, fish on, fish on. I just had my one line go slack. I was checking it, and this one takes off. This feels like a catfish. Feels like head shakes, unless it's tail banging on the line. I don't know. I do not know. Moving off to the right. Fortunately, didn't get in my other line, I don't think. Staying down, staying down. Haven't even caught a glimpse yet. And just went under my third line. Get back over here. No, you're not going into that tree over there. No, you don't. No, you don't. He almost made it in there. What is this? It's a big carp. Oh, I think this is the biggest of the day. Yep. He rolled into the net pretty easily there. I think this is going to come in as the biggest fish of the day. Let's do it. Yep. 21, 20, right at 20. As I said before, not in my wildest dreams did I think the fishing was going to be this good today. 20 pounder, biggest fish of the day so far. Incredible. Look at the head on that guy. They're biting on that feed corn and the oats and cream corn pack bait. And this guy, you know, he didn't put up a huge fight, just heavy fish. Let's get him back. Oh yeah, nice. See ya. Okay. Fish on. No. Oh, I thought he got off for a second there. Feel the tail banging on the line. Just thinking about leaving. Sun's going down, it's starting to get cold. Figured the bite would come to an abrupt halt once the temperature started dropping. Trying to keep him out of my other line. Not too late. He went under it. And just like his buddies, he's trying to go over under that tree. No, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't. I lost a big fish under that tree earlier this summer. Don't. It's another big fish, folks. This is another big fish. It might be more than 20. Come on. He's in the net. Hold still. 16. Oh, very respectable 16 pounder. That's the 5th fish of the day. Honestly, that's 5 more than I thought I was going to catch today. Good fight on this fish. Incredible. As I said when I was fighting this fish, it's getting cold. Sun's just about down, and I'm going to call it for tonight. Let's let this guy go. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. See you on the next one. Bye-bye. See you next year.